Hello again. In October, Hamza Youssef, the Scottish First Minister, met with faith leaders in Scotland to, and I quote, express a steadfast commitment against all forms of hate crime, bigotry and xenophobia. The faith leaders present were a couple of rabbis, an imam and the chair of the Scottish Muslim Forum. What's missing from this picture, boys and girls? Let me give you a clue. On Saturday, there was a huge police operation in Glasgow when a cache of weapons was found. There were fears of a serious outbreak of violence between members associated with two religious groups. This was a real-life case of bigotry and xenophobia, which could very easily lead to hate crime, and in the past certainly has done. And yet, most newspapers showed not the least bit of interest in it. The reason was that it didn't involve Muslims, and was therefore considered not to be of interest or importance. It was a planned confrontation between Catholics and Protestants, two Christian denominations, and therefore of little concern to anybody in today's Britain. Glasgow has been riven by religious sectarianism for many years, for reasons at which we need not look, and typically manifests itself in allegiance to two local football teams, Celtic and Rangers. Catholics tend towards one and Protestants the other. This has led to a good deal of violence over the years, up to and including murder. But this doesn't seem to be bothering anybody. When religious prejudice is talked about, only Islam is worth mentioning. Seriously, how grotesque that a meeting was held in Glasgow against religious bigotry, and nobody even thought to invite representatives of the two main Christian denominations, some of whose members have made a real thing out of hate crime for decades. I find this weird. We're talking here about real religiously motivated hate crime, not an imaginary thing like Islamophobia. Anti-Catholicism has been a big thing in Glasgow for time out of mind. Here, by the by, is a fun fact. Even at the height of the Troubles in Northern Ireland in the 1970s, the murder rate in Strathclyde was always higher than it was in Ulster. It seems to me that we only care these days about certain religions and certain bigotry, while ignoring the more serious types simply because they're not fashionable.